Morning. The Kern County Coroner's Office has determined that a farm worker who collapsed near a field in Mettler died of natural causes. The Coroner's Office says 60-year-old Galdina Alvarez of Calexico was working in a vineyard near Mettler when she became unresponsive. Officials say co-workers attempted to provide CPR, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. The autopsy report indicates that Alvarez died of natural causes and also had heart-related issues, but did not mention the heat. Now, this all began last Friday when the UFW announced it was investigating reports of possibly 3 or 4 deaths involving farm workers in Kern County. Sheriff's officials tell 23 ABC this morning they have no information to corroborate those claims. The UFW is scheduled to hold a press conference that was slated to get underway right now at their downtown Bakersfield office. Let's listen in.
Thank you all for coming today. With us today we have several other individuals who are also part of our organization and also a part of the United Farm Workers Foundation. So let me just introduce Erika Lopeza. She's one of our national vice presidents for the United Farm Workers, who's been here on the ground, heading up all the investigations. Anna, you'll be meeting with her. You'll be here for her soon. She's a farm worker here in the Table Grapes, and Julie. Julie is our she works for the UFW Foundation. So thank you all. And my name, for those that don't know me, my name is Armando Elenes. I also work for the United Farm Workers as the 3rd vice president for the United Farm Workers. And so primarily we're here to, to sound the alarm. To sound the alarm regarding all farm workers and employers, during these triple-digit temperatures that we're trying to ensure that we prevent any more incidents, any more deaths, or illnesses to farm workers. And I know that everybody's anxious in terms of the information, but I will advise you that we're only releasing information that we've been able to confirm. And that's part of the difficulty with agriculture. Agriculture is very complex. So confirmed one farm worker who has died, who died on Tuesday of last week. And now we understand also that the coroner's office has just announced this morning that she died of natural causes because she had a heart condition. Now we do not believe that we know yet if it was heat illness or if heat illness was a contributing factor to her death. We know that it was a very hot day. We know that the temperature that day got as high as 105 degrees. And just like last week, this week temperatures are still exceeding over 100 degrees. And they're expected to exceed that up until Friday. We also have reports from co-workers that there was not adequate shade under the state heat standards at that company. As some of you may be aware, shade is required for all employees to be made available for all workers to be able to rest and recover from heat. We know that she died at the end of a long day of work. We have also received reports of what could potentially be 3 additional farm worker deaths. But at this time, they are just reports. We are continuing to thoroughly investigate them. And at that time, once we have confirmed the information, we will share that information. But again, primarily, one of the primary purposes for us to be here is to sound the alarm to farm workers and employers that farm workers, first of all, take protections, take advantage of the heat regulations that were passed by the United Farm Workers and other supporters, that we ensure that employers take steps to protect the employees as well. So I want to ask Julie here from the UFW Foundation to talk a little bit about some of the steps that farm workers can take to protect themselves. Julie?
Hi, good morning. My name is Julie Mora.
All right, you were listening to initial comments from Armando Elenes. with the UFW regarding what he said and what we have confirmed this morning from the Sheriff's Department and the Coroner's Office as one death that was attributed, according to an autopsy report, as natural causes for a 60-year-old woman from Calexico who collapsed in Mettler last week, determining that her death right now, natural causes is what the coroner's office is saying, due to a heart condition. And Armando Arenas, of course, calling attention to whether or not heat played any type of factor in that condition. Right now, as I said, we spoke to the sheriff's office, who said that they could not corroborate any other claims of any other deaths involving farm workers. And you heard Arenas allude to the fact that they are looking into the possibility of 3 other deaths. So we're going to break away from this. We are continuing to bring you this press conference. If you want to keep watching, streaming live right now on our website, turn to 23.com.